Happy early Valentine's Day, everyone. Each year, I like to do a Valentine's Day themed photo shoot. I've done all sorts of themes through the years, and this year I've come up with a fun one. In this year's Valentine's photo project, I channeled some of my old favorite comic book characters, Betty and Veronica. The idea is they are trying to woo Archie, who's the viewer. Yes, I was both Betty and Veronica for this photo shoot. This project was definitely a challenge for a number of reasons, including styling two characters that would be different but still complementary, actually carrying out the shoot too, as these were all self-portraits, and then editing these into composite images. In this video, I will share a few photos from the project and a bit about how I overcame each of those challenges that I just mentioned. For you Snapchick VIPs and Patreon Zion and Beyond patrons out there, I do have an entire gallery of images for you. I took a great many photos and only some of them ended up fitting my ideas for the composite images. And I also have a behind the scenes video for you. I will tell you more about how to see those things at the end of this video. So challenge number one, styling two characters that are different, but still keeping them looking somewhat complementary. In my research of Googling Betty and Veronica and looking at comic book covers, I noticed that the two ladies typically wear complementary clothing. Like if Betty is dressed up, so is Veronica. So I wanted to honor that. I did so by choosing different cardigan sweaters for each of them in muted colors. I didn't want one of them standing out more by wearing a bright color or something, but I made sure that their makeup was different. Challenge number two, self-portraits. This was all sorts of difficult, especially when I was playing Betty with that fluffy blonde wig. In the past, I've liked to use the interval timer for self-portraits. Using that, I set the camera up to take a photo every few seconds until I get to a certain number of photos. And then I review what I shot, and then I just do the same thing again until I get everything that I want. Especially when I'm managing a wig and props, it can become a chore to run back and forth to the camera. So I used my Nikon D500, which is equipped with wireless, and I used the SnapBridge app. With it, I was able to use my phone as a monitor and as a remote trigger. It even has a self-portrait option where it waits 3 seconds after you press the button for the photo to be taken, which is what I used. Being able to see myself on my phone, focus on myself there, and then press the button, all while staying in the same place, made the self-portrait shoot much more manageable. And for the last challenge, editing two of me into one composite image. I set myself up for success here by choosing to do a high-key look with a bright white background. The high-key look meant that there was fairly even lighting with few shadows, and that meant that I didn't really need to worry about how the light would have changed depending upon which character was closest to the main light. Also, the bright white background made it super simple for me to paste my characters into each image. I really didn't have to worry about being too precise because the surroundings of both characters are the same bright white. Incidentally, I did use my own homemade trick to get that bright white background. I will do a video on how exactly to do that next week, so make sure you subscribe to my channel or check back if you're interested in how I do that. And that's it. Well, almost. There is a link down in the description below where you can see one more image from the project, and VIPs and patrons, while you are there, log in to see the gallery and the behind the scenes video. If you aren't a VIP or a patron, but you are interested in it, you will be able to learn more about those programs at that link below as well. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you all have a fantastic Valentine's Day.